Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ask Dr. Shani. I am your host, Dr. Shani Collins Woods. Thank you for coming to this channel this evening. For those of you who are new to this channel, to give you a little bit about myself, I am an assistant professor of social work, as well as an inspirational author and a speaker, a woman from the Deep South who loves to talk about, particularly on this channel, all things relevant to self care, healthy boundaries and healthy relationships, success, and faith and spirituality. Today, I have a wonderful topic set up for you today that I'm happy to share. It's a very transparent moment for me, and it is talking about my struggles dealing with acne. Can you believe it? Yeah. We all have something that we struggle with, right? So this video is going to be featured on my primary channel, Ask Dr. Shani, as well as my second YouTube that my husband and I sort of run, Fit Vegans Rock. So before I get into the video and the conversation, again, I just want to thank you to all of my new subscribers, but also thank you to those of you who've been watching some of my videos for a while. I really appreciate the support. I'm trying to get to 100. And you may say, what? You just have 100 subscribers you're trying to get to? I'm blessed and happy for any support because I just feel like, I've always liked to talk. I've always liked to share. And YouTube is a wonderful platform. I should have been doing this many, many years ago, but I was in a PhD program. I had other stuff going on. But I'm happy to share content and any knowledge and expertise that I have with you now. So y'all are like my family. We got to come up with a name for each other. Okay. So please give this video a big thumbs up. Share it with those who may be interested in learning more about acne or skin. And also consider, I don't want to tell you what to do, consider subscribing to my channel, Ask Dr. Shani, as well as Fit Vegans Rock. So let's get into my personal experience as an acne survivor. And I say survivor because having acne and living with it can make you feel like you are in a war zone. You're like, what is going on? I don't know, necessarily what to do all the time. So for as long as I can remember, probably since, I hit puberty, I have struggled with acne. And my acne would show up in the form of like redness, irritations, bumps across my forehead, here, like in my little T zone, as well as on my cheeks. I would get acne all here and sometimes in my chin. So you can pretty much say it would kind of cover my face. I can't really recall a time where it was in all over at one particular time, but I will have irritation here, and sometimes I'll get it here or there. And maybe it just sort of alternates. And so when I think about my acne as I approach 40, I turned 40 in September. Thank the Lord for that. I hope I make it to 40. But when I think about, you know, years past and how I struggled with acne all through, high school and struggled with it into my 20s and even until like my 30s, the common denominator, as I reflect on it and as I am a member of, I'm a vegan now and live by the whole foods plant-based lifestyle, the common denominator with my acne was cheese and grease. So I had to do like some research on myself, okay? Get to know yourself if you're dealing with acne. I'm a researcher, so that's what we do. So again, I struggle with acne across my forehead, on my cheeks, chin. I didn't really get it in other parts of my body, but I just, had facial acne. And sometimes acne can make you feel very sad. You feel depressed. You're like, I don't want to, well, I don't think it ever stopped my social involvements because I'm a pretty social person. But I'm just like, listen, we're going to cover this up with a little concealer and we're still going to do whatever we want to do. But I know for some people, many people, men and women, many, it makes you feel very depressed. It can make you, want to stay inside the house or make you not want to interact or be social. And I've seen various photos of acne, especially like that cystic acne that's all over and it's erupting. That can be very traumatizing. So that's why I say surviving acne. And so my acne didn't make me feel very much depressed. And sometimes, you can get a little sad or down about like, oh, I'm having another breakout. But it just made me feel like frustrated because I felt that whatever product was out there on the market, I was going to buy it. My mom, we're all involved in this process of trying to treat this acne. But again, as I learned, my acne struggles were really from what I was consuming in my body. And people just say so many different things, as you grow up. You need to stop some of the myths out there. Stop eating cheese or stop eating this. And for me that was true, cheese and meat, and I get into that, and dairy. Or you need to have more sex. You need to put some lady told me recently, I must be having a breakout. I met this lady. She said, we used to take back in the day, we used to take babies' urine and put it on our faces, and that may help you. And I said, ma'am, let me just tell you this right now. I said it just like this, ma'am. Let me tell you right now, I'm not doing that. And first of all, who has a baby, a random baby just around? Nobody. What are you talking? Just like, no. So you hear so much stuff about acne, how to treat it, put baking soda. Let me just tell you what has worked for me. So before I get into what works for me now, I want to talk about my former regimen. And let me even go back a little bit before that. My acne, so I will get the acne, but I will also get hyperpigmentation. And for those of you who do not know, hyperpigmentation is like what you also can see, dark spots. So I still have them. I have some makeup on today for this video, but it's very light makeup. But I will get dark spots, and I still sometimes deal with dark spots on my face. I'm a very fair complexion Black woman, okay? And for me to have dark spots on my face, that for me sometimes that will make me feel like, oh gosh, I don't know if I want to, who am I going to be around? Or I don't want to just go out with all my dark spots really being exposed. And so sometimes it does make you feel like you want to stay inside the house or not go do something. But for the most part, I'm always gonna go. I just like, it is what it is, just gotta deal with it. But I didn't really know how to treat those dark spots, because anytime I would get acne, boom, something else would pop up, and the acne bump will go away, but it will leave like scarring in a dark spot. So again, this has been a journey trying to figure it out. And plus I would get not so many blackheads. I kind of took notes here, but just those breakouts, consistent breakouts. And so my former regimen, probably not funny, but from high school onward, to try to treat all these breakouts would be that St. Ives like apricot scrub, and you're scrubbing your face away. I think I read an article a few years ago where this lady was like, I hate St. Ives. It's just so damaging to young women. And that product was really, really, really pushed. I'm an 80s baby, right? And so I used to have teen magazines, all types of magazines, and they pushed St. Ives to young women, like to young girls. And I think it's very dangerous, because you're really like putting walnut, the shell of a walnut on your face and scrubbing it. And what that does is it creates scratches in your face. And your acne, your skin is already, filled with bacteria. You're having bacteria on your face. So, it's just not good at all. So you're just really defeating the purpose of trying to clear your skin, because you're creating scrapes and cuts in your face. And then you're packing out on makeup and everything else. So it's just a negative cycle. So I would use St. Ives. I would also use Noxzema. And I do like Noxzema. They have, it's very gentle on your skin, but for me, I wasn't treating the root cause of the issue. So Noxzema was only going to work for a little bit. Anything with benzoyl peroxide, I was, slapping, putting it on my face. Sea Breeze, which is a very aggressive type of toner, and it's very harsh on your skin. And I have very sensitive skin, so I was using that from like high school onward, or just alternating products. Anything I saw that I thought would help me with this acne, I was going to buy it. What else? Neutrogena, that little clear orange looking Neutrogena bar. I would use that sometimes, as well as the pump of it. And that stuff really, for me, in my experience, it would dry my skin out a whole lot. And so things of that nature, I would use all those products, and sometimes together and sometimes, independently. But my point to saying that is I was overdoing the cleansers with my skin. So that was my former regimen. Don't do anything like that now. So what I had to do was some research on myself, and really this started kind of like not a few up until, probably I would say 2017, when I started to fully embrace the whole foods plant-based lifestyle. I remember my husband and I went vegan in 2017, then we stopped. I noticed instantly that when I cut out dairy, and I had not ever cut out dairy before, so all these years I've been eating dairy, cheese, meat, I noticed instantly that when I eliminated cheese, because I love cheese, when I eliminated cheese from my diet, my acne went away within a week. And I was like, wow, all these years I've been sitting here struggling and struggling and dealing with this acne. And essentially, all I really need to do was stop eating cheese. And the cheese was basically, clogging my pores. And it just was, it doesn't work for me. So not only cheese, but also milk and also the grease from the meat. And so what I had to do just to really try this out is I said, okay, let's start at this baseline. Okay. And so, in research, we have the baseline. You want to see how something is going to interact with what's going to be the outcome once you introduce a product, right? So my baseline was that at this particular point, my skin was clear. Now, I don't know what year I did this, but I started to kind of like do a test on myself. Okay. Skin is clear. I don't have any acne, but I'm sure this was during the time when I was going vegan for the first time. I'll say 2017, 2018. So I said, skin is clear. Let me see if I eat some cheese or some French fries from McDonald's, or maybe let's get some cheese or something like that. The next day or so, instantly, I started to break out, and the pimples would be like white and pus filled. And if you watch that documentary, What the Health, which I strongly encourage you to watch, they talk about cow's milk and how it's really not designed for human consumption. It's designed for cows, and all of that milk and stuff contains pus. So when you see people with acne, and even with myself, my acne manifests in like little white pussy. It will get like that. It sounds gross talking about it, but you've all seen those bumps. You've seen them on YouTube, Instagram. You yourself may experience them on occasion. That is pus, okay? And it is coming from, cow's milk, dairy, butter, and stuff like that. But our body is basically rejecting that dairy. So keep that in mind. Start to look at your acne. If you want to, clear your skin up, start to look at your acne and see how it is presenting itself on your face. How do your breakouts look? Are they white and pussy? If so, that may be something relevant to your consumption of dairy. So again, pre-vegan, I used to eat all types of stuff just coming from high school, like cheese. I love cheese, grilled cheese. I can remember in high school just eating grilled cheese at night. I just love grilled cheese sandwiches, butter, Fritos, Doritos, hot dogs, chili cheese dogs, nachos, bologna sandwiches. I'm from the deep south, Mississippi Delta. We eat bologna and cheese. Stuff like that was breaking my skin out. And if I ate some today, you would see Dr. Woods with a face full of acne. Okay, and that's just how my skin works. And so what I want to encourage you to do, if you are trying to, survive your acne, trying to figure out how do you get rid of it, if your child is struggling with it, you have a young daughter, a young son, a grandchild, you yourself, whoever, a friend who's really depressed and sad about acne and struggling with it, I want to give you some pointers from a person who has survived acne for many years. And again, I said surviving because acne can make you feel like you are in a war zone. It is a very traumatic experience. People should not take it lightly when your relative or your cousin or your child is saying, Mom, I'm hurting because I have acne, or I don't want to go to the family event or the social function because I have acne. It really does impact your self-esteem. Now, I said, no, sometimes it'll make me sad, but I never really stopped going or showing up to anything. I just said, no, we'll put some concealer on it, and I may not like these pictures, or, I may talk to my sister about it or my mom and somebody about it, but I never really stopped doing anything. But I do know for teens and preteens and kids and college students, it can be, and even into our adulthood, it can be very traumatizing. So the first thing I would tell you to do, if you are a person living with acne and surviving acne, like myself, speak positive words over your life because you are God's child. I'm a woman of faith. Okay, I said this video is about veganism, but it's also, self-care, self-love video, right? So that's why it's going to be on both channels. Speak words of affirmation to yourself. I learned that after a challenge in my life that I really had to start affirming myself and going back into like the word of God to see what God says about me as a Christian woman. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. And guess what? You're made in God's image. And that acne you have on your skin, on your back, on your legs, it does not define you. You are made up of so much more than a little bump, a little black spot, a little this, a little that. Your character is what draws people to you. Your character, who you are, your vibrant personality, your loving, infectious personality, the essence of who you are is what draws people unto you. And if somebody is judging you or speaking harshly about you or terrorizing you or antagonizing you, trying to humiliate you because you have acne, that is a person you need to separate yourself from. That is a person who does not love you, who does not respect you, who is not honoring you. And guess what? They can't honor the greatness that is you. They can't see past the little acne because they don't see the greatness within themselves. So just know that. So start affirming yourself by telling yourself things like, I am beautiful. Acne does not define me. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I'm made in God's image. I have so many positive things going on for myself. People love me. I love myself. So start there because we all have things that make us sometimes feel insecure. But you have to change your mindset and how you see yourself. And remember, you are bigger than a little scar and acne mark. You are a beautiful person on the inside, and that's what truly matters. Those things really, really, truly count in life. Okay? Right. So keep that in mind. The second thing I would encourage you to do is to assess what you are eating and consuming. I just told you, okay, pre-vegan days, I was eating cheese, grilled cheese, turkey legs. If I went to the Mississippi State Fair, any type of fair, the zoo, Fritos, hot dogs, chili cheese dogs, nachos, anything cheesy, grilled, you name it, sweets, donuts, ice cream. I was eating it. Okay. And I still do enjoy some pleasure food, some comfort food. I just eat it plant based. Okay. Because my skin reacts very negatively to milk, to butter, to cheese, to any type of dairy product. My face is going to break out. Okay. And then the breakouts, the struggle trying to treat that. And then come what? The dark spots. Okay. So they go hand in hand. So again, affirm yourself. Assess what you are eating and consuming. If it's high grease, lots of meat, lots of oils, lots of cheese, dairy, you may want to consider backing off those foods, gradually eliminating them from your diet. The next thing you need to do is to assess your skincare regimen. Earlier, I talked about the harsh products, the St. Ives, all those things with benzoyl peroxide. You need to get a new skincare regimen. And I'm going to show you right now some of the products that I use that have been very helpful to me. Now, way before this went viral a few months ago, where Cardi B, rapper, I love Cardi B, first of all, where she was talking about CeraVe, the product that she uses on her face to make her skin glow. I had bought some of this, and some of you probably have been using CeraVe for many years. I'm new to it, okay, because I've been trying to use everything else. And I also use Urban Skin RX. I've been using Urban Skin RX for about a couple of years now. But I bought this, and I got the generic brand. This is Equate Beauty, Walmart, okay? Because I was like, I ain't paying $15. I just want to see if the generic kind work first. So this is the CeraVe, the generic version of the CeraVe foaming facial cleanser. And let me tell you something. This stuff, I see why it went viral. This stuff will have you glowing, looking like you just came off of a vacation in Jamaica, the Caribbean somewhere. This really works. It does not dry my skin out. I can only speak from my personal experience. It doesn't dry my skin out. And I got the kind for normal to oily skin. So I have very oily skin. My dad has oily skin. My sister and my mom don't even struggle with acne. They have beautiful complexions. Their melanin is so beautiful. I always call Kanika. Sometimes I sit on the Zoom with my sister and I'm just looking at her. I'm like, girl, listen, you so damn pretty. Okay. She just laughs. But her skin is always glowing, always beautiful. And she's a beautiful person inside out. My mom as well. They never had like a real acne issue. I have oily skin and my dad has oily skin. I think he may have struggled with acne probably way back when, but my dad's a baby boomer, so they probably want to talk about acne. Just like, whatever. But this Equate Beauty, and it reads compared to CeraVe foaming facial cleanser. So this is the foaming facial cleanser. I hope you can see this. The lights seem like they're a little bright. And it helps to replenish and protect skin moisture barrier, non-drying, non-irritating. I would encourage you to try this product. I'm not getting paid for this, and I shouldn't probably be putting this out here, but I'm just saying what works for me. All right. So that works. And so each night I scrub my face. Well, not really scrub. I use a rotating brush. I thought I had brought it downstairs. But get a facial brush that's battery operated. Pump a little the CeraVe, the generic CeraVe, or if you want to buy the real one, it's fine. Do what you want to do with your money. But I just bought the $8 one. And I said I might try the original, but either way, it's working. You see this glow? Okay. You see this glow? No acne. This. So pump it onto your brush and, cleanse your skin. That's another thing. Just washing your face and splashing it with water and wiping off with a towel, that's not going to, especially if you have oily skin, that's not going to clear your skin like it needs to be cleared. You need some type of foaming brush, a brush that rotates to really, sort of get into your pores and to really cleanse your skin. So after I use the foaming facial cleanser, the next product that I use, I pat my face dry, right? Pat my face dry. It's just some witch hazel. And for many years, I would not use witch hazel. I would see people talk about witch hazel. I was like, just put witch hazel on your face. I'm like, crap doesn't work for my acne. Do you see these bumps? But it actually, since I changed my diet, it does the purpose. It serves the purpose. It is a great toner for my skin, and it's not harsh. So I get what people were saying, but they probably didn't struggle with acne anyway. All right. So witch hazel, this is it reads compared to Dixon's, you know what I'm talking about, Pore Perfect Toner. So I just bought the generic brand in this, and it is witch hazel pore perfecting toner, and it reads cleanse. So this is the yellow bottle, if you can see that. And I just get a little cotton swab, put some on here, and wipe my face down. I wipe my face, get my face good, and make sure you're taking care of your neck area too. We're approaching 40 me, so you got to make sure you take care of your neck area, get your ears and stuff like that really good as well. So that's the second step. The third thing that I use after I use the foaming facial cleanser as well as the witch hazel, I went back. I bought this like 6 months ago. I just bought this 3-4 weeks ago. I put the moisturizing lotion on, it reads compared to CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion. And that's just my routine. I take one pump, rub my hands together, and put it on my face. And I go to sleep. That's it. So that is my regimen for the most part. And if I'm taking off makeup or something like that, I do use rose water wipes. And I'll put the link to these below. These are Equate Beauty, any type of rose water wipes. I like the rose water because it makes your skin feel very hydrated. And that's just pretty much what I do. In addition to that, I try to consume water. So I'm going to show you, this is my, I just ordered this off Instagram. Instagram will make you spend all your money. This is called a hydro jug. No one is giving me any money for this, but you're supposed to get, if you drink 2 of these, it equates to a gallon. So try to get your water in. Even before I bought this hydro jug, I was trying to get like at least 64 ounces of water in, refill like 2 times a day to get, as close to 190 as I could, but some days I could only do 64 ounces. Don't beat yourself up over that. So again, words of affirmation, assess what you are eating, assess your skincare regimen, and, get your water in. Okay, get your water in. Consider, adopting fully the whole foods plant-based lifestyle. So that's just gonna be our last plug, and I'll direct you to our other YouTube channel, Fit Vegans Rock. Because if you are consistently struggling with acne and you're still doing the same thing, and you're noticing you're getting those little white pussy filled pimples, it's probably because of dairy. So consider vegan, whole food, plant-based lifestyle. And not only does vegan help you with your skin, it has helped me clear my skin up tremendously. For years, relatives will be saying, you got dark spots on your face. Like, oh my God, like it's the worst thing in the world. Like, oh, well, hello. First thing is say, you got all this acne on your face? Not hello. Just instantly going in on your skin. And Black folks, stop doing it in our community. Stop terrorizing children. Stop terrorizing teens. And I say Black folks because we do it a lot in the Black community. And maybe it happens in other cultures and communities too. I can't speak for them. And I'm sure they do it. And if you're doing it over there, stop doing it. Stop terrorizing young girls and young boys about their acne because words hurt, okay? If you are a relative and you see a child struggling with acne, you see them struggling with dark spots, you ought to know that's going to impact their self-esteem, especially when they're teenagers. And I'm coming from a social work perspective. In adolescence, you are developing. Stop beating people down for having acne. I don't like that. I think that's why so many people are drawn to Dr. Pimple Popper, and I was too because of that, because she's very affirming. She says it's okay. Acne is just a part of life. And here's some things that will help you deal with it. So that's why people love Sandra Lee. I really do like Sandra Lee. So again, before I get in my rant, that makes me mad. Words of affirmation: you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Affirm yourself if you're dealing with acne. Number two, assess what you are eating. Okay, and this goes into my final point: go vegan. Assess what you are eating. Eliminate that dairy, milk, butter. You will see an improvement in your skin. And if you do not, try to go to the dermatologist. But I'm trying to save you that $500 to $1,000 that they're gonna charge you. Okay. Number three, assess your skincare regimen. Anything that's going to be harsh and strip your skin, make your skin extremely dry, you don't need to use that on your face. Try some CeraVe products, the generic kind, whatever you want. Try Urban Skin RX if you are a person of color or from a community of color, because their products are designed by Black and brown, Hispanic dermatologists, men and women who understand melanated skin, who understand hyperpigmentation, who understand dermatologists who understand how our skin works. So I use a lot of Urban Skin RX products as well. And maybe I'll make a separate video about the products that I use. Or maybe I'll reach out to them or they'll reach out to me and say, hey, Shani, product endorsement. And lastly, again, consider going vegan. I've said this earlier. Consider, adopting the whole foods plant-based lifestyle, because it will be helpful to you as you are trying to, work through some skincare issues. Okay. And you can't go wrong. Try going vegan for 30 days. Listen, let me tell you what's going to happen. You're going to lose weight, first of all. You will lose weight, period. And your skin's going to clear up. That's a win-win right there. So, and your arteries are going to thank you, because remember, when you are doing vegan or adopting the whole foods plant-based lifestyle, you're not just eating for your 20s or for your teens. You are eating for when you get 70, okay? When that mobility is compromised, okay? You're eating for now, but also for later. So those are my closing remarks. And again, you are wonderful. You are beautiful. Acne does not define you. You are all, you're more than acne. It's your character, your essence, the beautiful things that make you who you are. So thank you for watching this video. Please consider subscribing to my channels, X Dr. Shani, as well as Fit Vegans Rock. Again, thank you for taking time to watch it. To my former subscribers, thank you. I love you. To new subscribers, thank you. I love you and welcome. So please give this video a big thumbs up. Share it with those who may be interested in learning more about self-care, self-esteem, healthy boundaries, faith and spirituality, as well as the whole foods plant-based lifestyle. I appreciate you for watching. Take care of yourselves. Take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit, and go get some physical fitness in and do something that honors yourself today. Do something good for yourself. Go buy yourself something. Treat yourself. Do something good for yourself. Take care and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening.